Okay, this lesson's on translating expressions. This one should be nice and simple. You've been doing this for a few years. Okay, on this screen you'll see a bunch of keywords. Now, these are not the only words that can be used, but they're some of the most common. You do want to be careful of less than. Okay, if it's 7 less than 9, that means 9 minus 7, not 7 minus 9. The word than means change the order. So more than means the same thing, so 7 more than 9 means 9 plus 7. The difference is addition is commutative, so it doesn't matter the order that we add them in, whereas subtraction, it does matter. So if we try to subtract 9 from 7, we'll get a different answer than 7 from 9. Okay. Now, write an algebraic expression for. This just means write it in math symbols. So m increased by 5. Now if it gives you the variable m, we have to use the variable m. We can't just pick any old variable we want. We have to use what we're actually given. Okay, so m increased by 5. Increase means add, so m plus 5. Second one, 7 times the product of x and t. Well, it's times. Product means times. So 7 times x times t. So, or you can write it this way or this way. Now, with variables, generally, we write them alphabetically. At this point in time, I won't take off if you have xt, but you should get yourself in the habit of putting them in alphabetical order. Okay. This is a mistake on my part. I should have fixed this so that it said tx, but I made that mistake. 11 less than 4 times a number. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Less than. So it's 11 less than, that means it's minus 11. 4 times a number, so it doesn't tell us a variable, so we can pick any variable we want. So 4n minus 11. We could have done 4x, 4q, 4z. Generally speaking, you want to avoid L and O, because if you've got L or O, you may mistake them for a 1 or a 0. And, well, that can kind of throw off your answer. Okay. 2 more than 6 times a number. Well, 6 times a number, so 6n, 2 more than, plus 2. Okay, the quotient of a number and 12. So the quotient of, so that means division. A number and 12, so a number divided by 12. X over 12. You should get used to writing your fractions this way, not with a slash. If you write your fractions with a slash, you will end up making more problems for yourself, because you'll end up messing up the order of operations, because we will have multiple operations on both the numerator and the denominator, and if you're writing it as a slash, you're only going to see the division for that one piece. So you want to get used to writing it this way. If you want to write x division sign 12 right now, that's fine, but again, you should get used to writing it as a fraction. Okay, multiple choice. You might want to pause and try this one on your own. Okay, which of the following expressions represents 7 times a number decreased by 13? Well, it says 7 times a number, so that means it has to be 7 times the variable. Well, they all say 7 times the variable. decreased by, so that means it's got to be subtraction. So choice 1 and choice 4 are out. It's decreased by 13. That means we're subtracting 13. So it's got to be choice 2. Here's another one for you to try. Which one of the following expressions represents 28 less than 3 times a number? Well, 28 less than, so that means minus 28. Well, that's 28 minus. These are both plus, so it has to be choice 2. 3 times the number, so 3 times the variable. Okay. Now this one's a little different. It's a trick question. Give it a shot. See what you get. See if you get the same answer as I do. Okay, write an algebraic expression for 4 times the sum of a number and 9. Okay, 4 times. So we're going to multiply by 4. We want the sum of a number and 9. So that means we need to add a number to 9. And we want the answer before we multiply by 4. So it's 4 parentheses x plus 9.
You're going to come in here. We're going to come in here. We're going to come in here. You're going to dump the tray.
Now, I'm recording a lesson, sorry. So now we're going to go the other direction. So we're going to write a verbal expression. So we're going to change it from algebraic to words. Batteries, sorry. We needed to change a bunch of dead batteries. So we've got 8 plus a. There's a ton of different ways we can write this. For example, the sum of 8 and a. We could have said a increased by a. We could have said a more than 8. Okay. M over r. The ratio of m to r. M divided by r. The quotient of m and r. These are all different ways of writing those two questions. So, which of the following verbal expressions represents 2x plus 9? Why don't you give it a shot? Okay, correct answer is choice 1. 9 increased by twice a number. Now, I know that it says 9 increased by, and then it goes and says plus 9. But again, you have to remember, addition is commutative, so we can change the order. I would have preferred it say 9 more than, but that is an acceptable answer. Give this one a shot. Which of the following verbal expressions represents that? Okay, we've got a number to the second power and a number times 2, and we're adding them together. Well, this says less than, so that's subtraction. That's out. So we can get rid of choice 3. This says the sum of a number and twice the number squared, so we're multiplying the squared one by 2. Well, we're not multiplying the squared one by 2, so that one's out. The sum of a number and twice the number. Well, that doesn't mention the square. The sum of a number squared and twice a number. Last one. Which of the following expressions represents 4 less than the cube of a number? Alright, again, 4 less than means minus 4. Since it's subtraction, we have to actually respect the order. So it's got to end with minus 4. So it can't be 1 or 2. The cube of a number. Well, to be cubed, remember from the previous lesson, means it has to be to the third power. So it's not this because that's just 3 times. So it has to be choice 4. Okay. As always, if you have questions, post them, and I'll see you in class.